Good morning, boys and girls. I am so sorry that our internet wasn't working today. We've been really lucky so far that our Zoom meetings have gone so easily because I know a lot of teachers, those hiccups and things that were happening in our meeting were happening every meeting, which must be so frustrating. So I'm really sorry it wasn't working well for you this morning, but I wanted to make this video and post it really quick so that you guys could still see what we're doing today. And if you have any questions about our work today, make sure that you send me a message or you add a response to or a comment to your assignments and then send it to me so that I can help you out that way, okay? But today should be pretty easy. So you'll see that I am on a student screen. Today for math, your job is to finish this iReady diagnostic. Now, I still only want you to spend about half an hour or 45 minutes on it, okay? I don't want you to spend too much time and get frustrated. And remember, it's going to give you some questions that are really hard, and that's okay. Because if you get really hard questions, guess what? That means you're doing a really great job because it's like, man, this kid is smart. I'm going to give them these really hard questions in there to see how high they can get. And that's a good thing. So just give it your very best guess and move right along, okay? It's not going to be super easy and it's not going to be super hard. Just if you don't understand it, read it once, maybe twice, guess and move on. Okay? Just do your best. So we're going to finish that math diagnostic today, and that's your only math job. If you've already finished this diagnostic, then I would like you to make sure that which Miss Lily's already done, that your what's it called? Your place value blocks are done. If this is done and math diagnostic is done, guess what? You don't have math today. Mind blown. You could play Prodigy. You could do an iReady math lesson. You could go on ABC and do math games. You get to choose, okay? For reading today, if you go to a reading specialist, you are going to click their Zoom link at 11:30. 11:30, okay? Not sooner because they have different groups at that time, just like we do in school. So at 11:30, if you go to Mr. Rangel or Mrs. Skiles or Mr. Montalongo, you will click their link on their class, okay? And remember, their class is going to be right here if you have them. All right. Now, if you don't have a reading specialist, you're going to click this writing narrative, The Tiny Door. A young girl went out to explore in the nearby forest after being stuck in the house for a very long time. She noticed the color of red at the bottom of a tree. As she got closer to inspect it, she realized it was a tiny door. Finish the story and explain what happens when she turns the door handle. Use the notes and seesaw, and don't forget to use the anchor charts attached to do your final edit. When you are finished, click the green check mark to send it to your teacher. So it shows you this picture of the tiny door. And when it says anchor charts, these charts like we use in class where it says narrative writing is writing to tell a story. Its purpose is to entertain people, to make them happy. The writer describes an experience, an event, or a sequence of events in the form of a story. You're going to be answering questions like who was in the story? What happened? When did this happen? Where did it take place? Why and how? All these different questions we answer in a narrative. And then it shows you how to edit. Remember to use capital letters at the beginning of sentences. Use verbs correctly and match the noun with the verb. Remember, verbs are action words. So you wouldn't say, I run, or let me try and think. I can't even think of a good one right now. My mind isn't working. But you would say like, I ran to the store today. I wouldn't say, I run to the store today, right? You got to make sure that you're using the right words that match what you're saying. Punctuation is at the end of our sentences. Using a question mark to ask a question, a period to end a sentence, and an exclamation mark to tell something amazing that happened or exciting or surprising. And then spelling. One of the great things about doing distance learning is we have spell check on our computers. So if it has the red squiggly line, you can press Control and click it, and it will tell you how to actually spell the word. So if you have red squiggly lines, I would double check those words before turning it in. Okay, so when you're ready to add a response to this, you're going to click add response. And then you're going to click right here where it says notes. It gives you a notepad. And look, it's a piece of paper. And you can type your story. Now, let's say you get here and you're like, oh man, I kind of forgot what I was supposed to write. Look at this.
Click on the add response. A young girl went out to explore in the nearby forest after being stuck at the house for a long time.
You can listen to it again and again, as many times as you need to. Okay? So if you kind of forget your prompt or you're like, oh man, I forgot what I was supposed to do, you can listen to the instructions again and you can press view the instructions and you can see them again. Okay? So those are the different things to help you. Then when you're done, you're going to press this green check mark and then it'll be turned into me. Alrighty. So that's for reading today. And then for math, you have your math diagnostic to finish up. Playground Forces is here if you would like to do it, but you don't have to. Otherwise, science is going to be on Friday. One more thing for today that I want you guys to show mom and dad. This is an assignment that I'm going to leave up for the whole week and for next week also for kiddos that have orientation later this week. In your blue folder that I gave you at orientation, you have this movie release form. Remember, we talked about it? And it says, dear parents, throughout the year, there will be opportunities for our students to watch a video. Some of these videos we will be watching will be PG. These movies include, but are not limited to, The Jungle Book, Finding Nemo, etc. The movies will be used to enhance our curriculum or to tie an educational concept to something that our students can relate to, such as fiction and nonfiction writing or book versus movie characters. Please complete and return the form if your child may participate in this class activity. So there's two options here. They can either put a check mark next to, I give permission for them to watch the PG movies, or I do not give permission. They need to choose one of them and then sign your name and their name. Okay? So this paper is in your blue folder that I sent home with you guys. So they're going to sign it, and your job is to take a picture of it. So you're going to click add response, and you're going to click photo. And then you can see my camera here is blurry. I need to fix it. I think it's messed up somehow. You'll just hold it up to your camera, and you'll take a picture of it, okay? And then send it to me so that I can save it for my records. That way, when we have class parties and things, or when we finish a book and there's a movie to go with it, then we can do that. So your jobs today, you have finishing math diagnostic, either reading intervention or the narrative writing, and the movie release form. Okay, and that's it. That's all you have for today. Today's specialist, we are on Wednesday. I think yesterday was music. And like Lily reminded me, it is in our inbox where we can look for our specialists. Here we go. Today is Wednesday, so we have art class today. So today at 2:00, you are going to click the arts link and you're going to do an art project with Mrs. Lindstrand. And she will have that activity ready for you here. See, 9-2, here's your Zoom link. So you're going to click the Zoom link and then you'll have art with Mrs. Lindstrand. If you have any questions on any of your work today, please reach out and let me know. Also, if you have not gotten your school backpack yet, your school supplies in that black bag with the pencils and the notebooks and things like that, there will be a pickup time Thursday, so tomorrow between, I think, 2 and 3 o'clock, where your parents can come through the bus loop and we'll hand your bag to them, okay? So I know that the first couple of days, I think like last Monday and Tuesday, we didn't have those bags ready yet. We were waiting for them to come in the mail. So if you're missing one, and here, I'll show you what it looks like so you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't get one of these, then tomorrow between 2 and 3, your mom and dad can drive through the bus loop to pick it up, okay? And we'll have teachers out there handing them out for you guys. But only if you haven't gotten one yet. If you already have this at home, then you're good to go because we don't have enough left for people to have more than one. Okay. The Friendle books, if you don't have a Friendle book, I'm waiting on this to come in. They should be in the mail today, fingers crossed. So I will be messaging your parents if you have not gotten a Friendle book yet to pick up a Friendle book tomorrow during those times also, as long as they are in. If they're not in the mail yet, then it'll probably be like on Monday next week or something. Okay? If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm sorry this meeting didn't work out this morning. But the good news about this video is that you can pause it and rewatch it if you need to. So I will see you guys soon. Thank you for coming.